Well, I just hit the button right when you said that shit.
Right on.
So I'm not gonna play the
Jack
fucking
Ellis.
song. So
No, After Hours is a casual, relaxed affair.
oh yeah. So you gotta work tomorrow, Vic?
Nope, taking the whole week. Charlene's got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off for the first time in God knows how long. So
Yep.
tomorrow we are gonna do some shit.
Yep. What's the weather out there? Still cold?
Cold-ish. It's probably 55 right now, maybe 57, cloudy but no rain,
Yep.
which is better than it's been. So I ain't gonna
Yep.
complain about none of that.
Shit. Fuck, it's 89 degrees right now here.
Yeah, my buddy Chris down in Wichita, Kansas said he was hitting 90s right about now.
Yep. Which I,
Yeah, weather's a weird fucking thing, man.
which I spent most of the day after I woke up, after I ate lunch, up there outside. Just sitting in a chair, soaking up that sun.
Don't blame me, man.
Me?
Oh, I did fucking I got a recipe now for turkey bacon jam now.
Turkey bacon jam.
Yep.
So you're talking about taking some turkey bacon and cutting it or cooking it down with onions and some of that country crock?
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna smoke the bacon first, right? Then put the food processor,
Of course.
chop it up right once you get done, right? I'm gonna use duck fat for the onions.
Right.
What the cook them in, right?
I think so.
And instead of brown sugar, I'm gonna use honey in the motherfucker. Paprika, all that shit. And apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
That'd
be good. Real good.
The reason I got to think of that fucking the onion burger I made last night, the smash burgers.
Uh-huh.
That would have been perfect on that son bitch right there.
Like rice pea.
Well, funny, I just saw a burger on YouTube.
It's like lemon chicken, but it's not. It's like
what's the name of it?
almost
All
like
Things Barbecue.
salt and pepper.
And yeah, All Things Barbecue. And he made the backyard barbecue burger. And when he called it barbecue because he did kind of what you're talking about. He caramelized the onions and all that stuff, but he put barbecue sauce in it and kind of simmered it down with that.
Yeah.
So it sounds kind of like what you're talking about, the spices and the honey. I mean, that basically turns into barbecue sauce.
Yeah, maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got a syrup base with a whole bunch of herbs and spices that you simmer down to a thickness. That's barbecue sauce.
Actually, there's a lot of people don't even know what fucking bacon jam is. Most people have never heard of it before.
Yeah, that's weird, man. I've known about that for a long time.
I know. If you put that on there, if it's made right, guess what? You don't need no other condiments. You don't need no mustard on it, no ketchup, no nothing on it.
No, all the flavors in that jam, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, all your herbs and spices and sweetness and salty, man. It's all fucking right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, and making those fucking, I didn't fucking made those like those ribbons, right? All that spiralizer with the potatoes.
Oh,
like State Fair does. You get those big long ribbons of them when they're deep fried.
Yep.
That's what it came out like. But fuck the mandolin. Fuck the mandolin spiralizer is what I'm gonna use from now on for that.
Dude, that thing is awesome.
I know. Fucking
$25, man. You have no excuse to not have one.
I know. That's why I did the onions like that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were long and all that shit, right?
No, I did my fucking cheese fucking pub burger, man. That's what I use for the onions. That spiralizer.
Yep. And what I did I had a lot more onions what people in Oklahoma use because I broke it down in half, right? One onion for 2 burgers right there.
Jesus, that's a lot of fucking onions, man.
Uh-huh. And I didn't put it on the bottom because I wanted that shit smashed down at the top. That's why I said that picture, right?
Yep.
Get that sear on that bottom side first, right? Because the second side don't have to be seared. You don't need the second side seared at all. You just want to cook. And I took those burgers to a fucking medium right there.
Yeah. Medium's good. I like medium in a burger.
And I use duck fat instead of butter to cook a bit.
That works too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's real hard to go wrong with duck fat, man.
I know. And I used that. I've loaded up that smoker with applewood, let the taters. I used the foil just as a vessel, right? But I left it open the whole time. That's why that turkey bacon got that reddish look to it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, hell yeah.
It was looking a little pale at first, but when you put up the second picture, it's like, yep, there it is.
Well, I just got that. I had 2 fucking foil packs going. That's what I said was the biggest one, right?
Yeah.
Because that was fucking 4 fucking potatoes spiralized right there.
You spiralized 4 whole potatoes?
For that one. The first one I did 3. So I did 7 spiralized potatoes in 2 packets. Right there.
Love it.
Oh, trust me, I got potatoes for the last meal all fucking weekend. Put it that way.
Yeah, we recently just bought a 5-pounder, so yeah, we got plenty of them hanging around too. Hang on a sec.
Rocky, you're muted. Okay.
I'm having technical difficulties.
No, I muted you because we could hear you and Heidi talking over what Mick was saying.
Okay.
That's why you muted. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I got to mute anyways. I'm trying to fix something, boys. I'll be right back.
Sorry, bud. Good stuff, but. Yeah, did you see that the fucking all the other countries in NATO, they're finally going back Trump now?
Yep.
I think Trump did say.
We already did the heavy lifting, so they're, they feel confident now to come on in.
Well, I think Trump did say, why the fuck we funded NATO then if you ain't gonna help? Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, we've been saying that for like decades now.
Yep. But they know that Trump would fucking pull us out of NATO altogether, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you go deal with Russia on your own. Have fun, guys.
Yep. Exactly. I see that today. I was like, yeah, fuck it. What is this one? Oh. Mick, this is out in your neck of the woods right here. Have y'all heard about this one?
A ranch family in Washington just got hit with a $267,000 fine. The state says their cattle ponds are actually illegal wetlands. But the rabbit hole behind this case gets a lot deeper.
Let me guess, they want it for an AI center.
Teresa King. Their cattle operation covers about 37,000 acres in central Washington. Like almost every ranch in dry country, they rely on small stock ponds so cattle have water. Ponds the ranch says have existed for decades. But in 2023, the Washington Department of Ecology said those ponds damaged 23 protected wetlands. So the state issued a fine, $267,540. And that might only be the beginning. Because if the state wins the case, the ranch could be ordered to spend over $3.7 million restoring the land. Then another state agency stepped in and canceled grazing leases the ranch had held for over 60 years. Nearly 15,000 acres of grazing land. So who decides something like this? The case was brought on by the Washington Department of Ecology, the state's environmental regulator. Washington has some of the strictest wetland laws in the country, and state agencies can enforce rules that go even further than federal law, especially after the Supreme Court narrowed federal wetland authority in the Sackett versus EPA ruling. Now, ranchers across the West are paying close attention because stock ponds are everywhere in dry country. And if regulators can classify cattle ponds as wetlands, that could affect thousands of ranches that rely on ponds for water. So the real question isn't just about one ranch. It's about how wetlands are defined. Who gets to decide? And what that means for agriculture across the West. A ranch.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they decided to nuke all of Western Washington so that Eastern Washington could be free of their bullshit, I would not mind dying in the firestorm. Not going to lie. And that's the nicest way I can put it. That'll keep the feds from knocking at my door.
But that just goes to show you, just pack up your operation, buy some land where they don't have that fucking bullshit right there.
Yeah, but there reaches a certain point where you got to stand and fight. Like you can't just keep letting people push you off of your land.
No,
making
you can't.
Mistake because of their stupid fucking laws. At some point, someone's got to say, "Fuck you, no."
Yes, which I get that. But the way the laws are written, guess what? Unless you got millions of dollars to fight them, you're fucked.
These ranchers don't have that kind of money. Their fucking operating margins are razor thin. And well, these assholes in Olympia, they fucking know it. You see, I bet you anything they want that land for a fucking data center.
Yeah. And the thing is, those rats, as I said, they can come somewhere in the Midwest, right? Like Kansas or Nebraska, and they can find land a hell of a lot cheaper than Washington right there.
That's true.
You know, where they don't have all those regulations where you're allowed to have fucking ponds for your cattle, your livestock.
But how long until that goes away? Another 20 years?
Well,
like it never ends. It never fucking ends, no matter where you. Dude, I came to Washington because New York was so completely unfairly fucked up.
Yeah.
And now this, like, it's gotten almost as bad. It's not quite as bad as New York, but it's bad. And what's going to happen? I moved to Tennessee 15 years later. It's going to be the same fucking thing. Or I moved to Kansas, same fucking thing. At some point, you got to fucking start hanging these cocksuckers.
Yep.
There, I said.
I see that. I was like, I wonder if Mix has heard about this one.
No, I hadn't heard of it, but you know what? Not one goddamn bit of it surprises me. This state is so goddamn tyrannical. That fucking governor's mansion, the mayor's office in fucking Seattle, the whole city council, the entire, Washington state legislature, they're all completely cucked lefty fucks. Every last fucking one of them. And every last one of them needs to be kicked out on their fucking ass and replaced by people who actually give a shit about the state.
Yep. But the problem is, unless you're a fucking far leftist, you're not going to get voted in, most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
Even the modern Democrats that actually run, right, that would actually do good, do a lot better what they're doing, ain't going to get voted in because they don't see eye to eye with those fucking leftists.
Well, they're saying that Gavin Newsom's actually owned by somebody and he's purposely destroying California. And it doesn't surprise me because if the U.S. has a really weakened West Coast, that leaves us very vulnerable in a lot of different ways. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if this crop of Washington state governors going back 25 years is not kind of part of the same plan.
Yep. And Oregon too, and all that bullshit.
That's what I mean. Yeah, from fucking San Diego all the way up to Vancouver.
Yep.
So who do you think?
It's like
it's all fucked.
Well, it's like our logging industry used to be up there with fucking Panda. But then all the regulations on the West Coast fucked all that up. Rocky, mute that motherfucker. You got YouTube up on live, don't you?
No.
You got something on.
No.
Yeah, we got an echo.
Yes.
Did you mute your speakers, your computer? The computer speakers.
I don't know. Let me see.
Do you have it on your phone?
No. I don't know why I'm getting the echo.
You have YouTube pulled up?
Dude, no. Nothing's on. What are you hearing?
We're hearing our voices through your screen.
Okay, what happened?
I don't fucking know. Now I'm getting mad.
Okay, stop
I'm gonna
getting mad.
lose my temper on this bullshit because it pisses me the freaking hell off.
Gilly, what happened?
No, we hear an echo every time we talk. Now we don't. Now.
No, yeah, that's over. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, goddamn it, ghost lady. Stop that.
How's it now?
It's good now.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, I wonder if we have just some kind of weird feedback in the Zoom or something. I don't know how this shit works. I'm kind of dumb.
I'm going to show you right now because I'm going to unmute YouTube, right? And I won't hear on my end. You'll hear it on through your end. Like now. You got that going down, don't you?
He made the backyard barbecue burger.
Yeah. So you hear that? We're out of here. So anybody fucking gonna do anything fun this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
What you gonna be doing this weekend, Mick?
Well, Charlene's got the weekend off, so tomorrow we're gonna go to Total Wine and More and get some stuff there. We're gonna head up to the Alderwood Mall, and I got to. We're gonna walk the mall. You know, go up to Nordstrom's, have a coffee or something at that like third story bar they got. There's a watchmaker in that mall, actually, a pretty reputable one. I got to drop off a watch to see if I can get it fixed and running again. And then we're going to go have dinner at the Keg.
Yeah, I believe the cake's still fucking open.
What's that?
Can't believe the cake's still open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's different than it used to be, though. They carry, yeah, they got like, like really good steaks, and they carry high-end scotch. Like they've gone up a couple of notches, like as far as like, I don't want to say quality because it was always good, but like, it's more, a little more high end than it used to be.
Yeah.
Really good though.
Shit, I always liked it. It was a good place to eat.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I went for steak dinner for my 21st birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or after I got not for my 21st, I was at home, but after I got home from leave before we went on Westpac. So.
Yep. So that's my plan for tomorrow, anywho.
Yep. Rocky, what you eating?
Pizza.
What
What the heck
choice?
happened to my
For where?
my camera?
You've got to work out the cakes.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, your camera's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, your
I can't
voice.
see anything right now.
The screen is black.
Yeah, we see it just fine, bro.
Okay.
Can you see this at all?
Yeah, I can see it. Right back at you, buddy.
Okay, there we go. It's fixed.
Shit, mate.
Yep, and I think I'm gonna do brunch tomorrow. Gonna do homemade biscuits. And I'm not sure if we're gonna do. We got both bacon and sausage, so I don't know if I'm gonna do sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, or if I'm gonna do bacon or separate or whatever. Don't know. Probably just decide that when I wake up.
Have you ever tried this? Cooking your bacon first before you make the biscuits, right?
Okay.
Cool the bacon down, chop it up real fine, right? Put that into the dough.
I have not done that. I've done that with chives and cheddar before.
Yep.
That turned out real good. Bacon, though, I have not.
I bet you that turned out pretty good. I bet you would.
Oh, I can't imagine how it wouldn't. You kidding me?
Uh-huh. Which next time I make biscuits, I'm gonna try that with the turkey bacon. I'm gonna smoke it.
And then make a sausage sandwich out of the bacon biscuits. That way you technically get two meats.
Yes, you do. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna try that with smoked fucking bacon.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know. Instead of just putting them on stuff, I don't want to put them on the smoker, the biscuits itself. If I just want to put them in the oven, okay, at least you got that smoky flavor to them already.
You will. Yep.
You know, I didn't know if you ever tried that or not. So.
Nope, hadn't gotten quite that far yet. Done a few things. I've done
Yep.
I've done them with regular milk, buttermilk, heavy cream. They all turned out good but different. I've done it with cheddar and chives before. I've done it with a chicken bouillon to make a chicken and a biscuit, but never done it with chopped up bacon before.
Now, 7-Up biscuits are pretty good too.
A little sweet, yeah?
Because they also have sour cream in them too.
Ah, okay. A little sour to cut that sweet.
Yep. I haven't made those in a long time, so because I can't find no vegan fucking sour cream around here.
Yeah, that would be kind of hard to come by.
You know, but that's one of those fucking kind of like depression era type. deals. Not really, but like right after depression, right there.
Like a make do with what you got sort of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Which a lot of people back in the day, they had fucking sour cream too. So
Well, I mean, the depression was the worst of it, of course.
Yep.
But even before the depression, we had so many people that were behind the times on the Western Front.
Yep.
Use what you got was there a long time before the depression was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even if it was the 1910s, early 1920s,
Yep.
people in New York City had cars and all electric lights and all sorts of shit.
Yep.
The people in Oklahoma sure shit didn't.
Well, the rich, like the oil barons, probably did, but not very many.
But your average folk, they were still,
Yeah.
Maybe not starving, but they couldn't exactly afford to throw calories away either.
Yep.
You doing?
Next finger.
What?
Shit, I grew up in the 80s and 90s and my parents were like that. Don't you dare throw that away.
Yep.
Dude, to this day, man, I'm 47 years old. If I throw away a certain amount of food, I feel guilty. Like guilty. Like I feel bad about myself.
That's like I tell River, he's like, he'll eat half his supper sometimes. I'm full. Okay. Don't ask for nothing else since you didn't finish your food.
Yeah. And you're gonna eat this later if you do get hungry.
I have told him, I said, put it in the fridge if you want to fucking save it if you do get hungry, but don't ask for nothing else.
No.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no fucking candy bar if you don't eat your fucking meat.
Oh, see, I don't like him having sugar with his ADHD. He does not need sugar, any more sugar.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Nope. So I finally did break down. He'd been asking me for oatmeal, like maple flavored oatmeal, that apple oatmeal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that shit's so low in sugar. I'm like, River. I said, fine, I'll get you. I said, but if you act up, I'll never buy that for you again.
Yeah.
Because oatmeal is not good for you anyways. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The glycemic index on that is pretty high.
Yeah. That's why fucking diabetics have a hard time with oatmeal.
Yeah, it goes a little slower than regular sugar and bread, but I mean, not that much slower. Yeah, it's all covered in that starch too, and that starch, man. Even if the oats themselves take a little while to digest, that starch that makes it cloudy hits you like that.
Well, you look at the carbohydrates on oats, on the oatmeal, it's just as high as fucking pasta is.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's definitely on par with pasta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, I used to like to mix them. I used to like to mix the maple and the apple cinnamon one together. Yep. That was always the best one.
I did that too, but I also mixed the fucking maple with the peach too one time. That was pretty good.
Never had that one.
I ran out of the apple one. All I had was maple and peach. I was like, fuck it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I eat one packet, guess what? 30 minutes later, I was fucking hungry, so I at least make 2 packets at one time.
Yep.
Yeah,
I rolled the same way with ramen, man. 2 or 3 packets at a time because I knew that's what it would take to keep me full for a while. Because one, well, like you said.
That's like any Chinese noodles too, right? If you're just eating them, guess what? I act like I had 8 an hour later. I'm just fucking so starving.
Dude, on Thursday? Yeah, yesterday, we had an employee involvement meeting, and they were going to go, they went out and got teriyaki, and they asked, you want teriyaki? I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll do teriyaki. I hadn't done that in a while, like a really long time. So I went and got the beef yakisoba.
Yep.
Dude, there was this little palm full of beef and like 2 pounds of fucking noodles, dude. It was ridiculous even by Chinese food standards.
Yep.
And it tasted good. It was still hot and it was great, but I ended up eating like a pound of noodles. And then guess what? Like you said, came home fucking starving.
Well, because the fucking ratio was off. Meat to pasta.
Dude, way off. Like I said, I mean, I know you got to make money, but like if you're going to give you that little meat, don't bother. Just don't bother. Take it off the menu,
Yep, exactly. That's like when I make spaghetti, right? I always use fucking 3 pounds of meat in that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was at fucking 2 big jars of fucking spaghetti sauce, but I used a whole box of spaghetti too. I did.
Yep. Well, in Charlene makes spaghetti, man, that sauce is like half meat.
Yep. But I like more meat. I want to be able to see the meat in that motherfucker.
Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's like the way she does it, it's like it's like a bunch of ground meat with tomato sauce kind of holding it together like a sloppy Joe. Like that's
Yeah,
that's how her tomato sauce is.
yeah, that's bolognese. That's what that is. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's when you put ground meat into. That's what pretty much what it turns into. The sauce is bolognese. Yeah.
Yeah, a little basil, a little oregano, salt, pepper, beef,
Yep.
tomato sauce, a little garlic.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bolognese.
Which I used to make mine all the time, but it takes forever. I mean, mine takes a half a day just to simmer the shit.
Oh yeah, truly good bolognese will take all fucking day.
Yeah. Then you got to take the time to jar it and all that bullshit, right? That's a pain in the fucking ass.
Take time to what?
To jar it.
Oh yeah, because you make a big batch. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to make mine all the time, and everyone I had over, I used to use that for date nights, right? Back in the day when I was dating all the time.
Let me
I
make
said,
you
you ain't
something,
had no
darling.
good. I said, you ain't had no good pasta, sauce until you taste this right here, because this is like how you get in Italy when I was making it.
Yep.
So I got a lot of ass off just to have that sauce right there.
Oh yeah, if you're halfway decent looking, young, and you can cook, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't learn to cook until I got the only ass I'm ever going to get for the rest of my life, so I missed out on that train.
Shit, I grew up cooking though, so
I grew up cooking a little bit, but mostly just basic shit for my own consumption. I never really did anything that would impress anybody. That didn't come till much later.
yeah. I mean, mine was basic growing up, but like Boy Scouts and all that shit. So we had to cook our own food, Boy Scouts, especially at summer camp and camping. The adults was not cooking. We had to cook our own food.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned to light fire. It was Boy Scouts right there.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's an important trade that anybody, even a woman, needs to know how to do too. Live fire cooking.
Gotta know how to light a fire.
I mean, that's just, to me, that's basic life skills right there.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
And the men need to know how to cook it too, because men normally do the barbecue too. So,
well, yeah, that's kind of how the division of labor is in my house when it comes to grilling, barbecuing, and yes, people, those are different things. When it comes to grilling, barbecuing, making the sauces, making a lot, most of the stews and all the chili, that's kind of my game.
What's funny? It's gonna be my luck that I fucking get with somebody, a girl that fucking likes to fucking smoke meat like I.
Hey, that'd be great, man.
No, we'll be fighting over the fucking smoker. I'll be like, no, you get your own fucking smoker. I got mine.
Well, that's why you got a couple of pit barrels. You have a designated woman pit barrel and your pit barrel.
Fuck, I got 4 fucking barrels. Fuck.
We got plenty of that, man. Give her 1 or 2 of them. There you go. You stay over there. Cook your shit. Leave mine alone.
Well, actually, I got 3. River's got 1. So.
All right. Well, give her 1. That ought to be enough.
Then I got mine over for me.
You've already got 2. Even after you give 1 away.
Well, there are times I fucking have 2 going at one time. I do. Because especially if I'm doing bacon, right? Because 1 pound of bacon will take up 1 whole fucking grate. It will.
Yes, it will. I've done it before.
Yep.
And mine's a 55. That's my own bacon.
And mine's a 55-gallon drum. So that's a big fucking grate.
Big fucker, yeah. 2.5 foot across.
And fucking, I'll do chicken. Then I got chicken on one or burgers on one.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm doing the taters, the full taters, right? Got that on there. That takes up a lot of room too, especially as big as I make those packets right there. Which I need to buy another. I'll buy another one this summer, though. Another smoker. Well, the one I'm gonna buy another Husqvarna, a Husker one, like I got. This one's I'm gonna get their stainless steel.
Man, why don't you just do yourself a favor and get one of them big old fucking propane tank trailer ones?
I would, but my driveway's not flat.
But in the old days.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
That's why. If I had one of those, I'd have a fucking 16-foot one. If I had a flat driveway, I'd have a 16-foot one on that son of a bitch.
Big fucker.
Oh, and I have a flat top on it too. For live fire, flat top, not a gas one. But the only gas would be for it. I'd have a fucking fish fryer on that son of a bitch too. know. But I looked at have one made $35,000.
Woof. Jesus.
Yeah, they ain't fucking cheap. And you got to order about Texas or Oklahoma. Guess what? They will fucking deliver too. They will.
For that price, they ought to.
Well, most people go down and pick it up, right? But they will deliver to you. But that costs a little extra money too. That's about $1,000 for them to have delivered because they got to drive the bitch up. Now, my uncle, when he was doing the shit for the Mason chapter of Louisiana, right, at the gun shop, he actually had a stainless one.
A little more expensive.
Well, actually, he didn't pay for it since some of the old guys paid for it.
Oh,
he just kept it at his house. Yep. I'll tell you one thing, that motherfucker will hold that fucking heat. All right, here. See what fucking. Gateway Pundit has real quick. Yeah, they got nothing. Oh, I got one on insane asylums right here.
Have you ever wondered why the United States suddenly exploded with massive insane asylums between 1890 and 1930? We're talking huge, ornate buildings popping up everywhere like they were built overnight. Official story, immigration, urbanization, new moral treatment ideas. But dig deeper, and it feels off like, what if there was a reset? A hidden cataclysm, some call it a mud flood or lost civilization wipeout, and the survivors who remember too much got silenced. Back then, you didn't need to be crazy to end up locked away. All it took was asking too many questions, a broken heart, jealousy, being an alcoholic, or being a wife who didn't clean house or spoke her mind. Families or husbands could commit you with almost no proof, no trial, no escape. Thousands vanished into these places, right when history says society was reset and rebuilt. So were they really insane or just inconvenient to the new narrative? Have you ever wondered why?
Honestly, none of that would surprise me.
Uh-huh. Well, and also people who had different minds on political shit too, we get thrown in there too.
Yep.
Something happened. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. And
I
that's
watched
probably
a video today, and it was this Tartaria channel.
Yeah.
And this dude found like old documents from like 1790s about the French army or something like that, and was talking about killing inhuman giants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they were laborers that would build things and then they killed them.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing I ever saw. But
well, you look at
what the heck is that? You know, it was so odd.
well, you look at like all the big cities, right? That's had fires, like in the 1800s and all that shit, right? Like Chicago, St. Louis, right? Guess what? Their buildings, especially St. Louis, they're more ornate buildings, like old buildings that got destroyed.
Dude, I have a book, and it's about like I'll grab them. The only way I can explain is the title. I'll be right back. So I got two, Jay. This
All right.
one, it's smaller. It's called. Let me take the thing off so you guys can see the title because the camera. Wait. Okay, there we go. This right here, exposing expositions from 1851 to 1915. Like, I think this was some kind of World Fair in Chicago.
Yeah.
1893 to be exact, or something like that, right? And then there's this other one. It says, The Secret History of Human Resets, the Great Mud Flood of 1834, the 1587 Plasma Event, and the Biblical Flood, and other resets.
Well, that's why, like St. Louis and Chicago, I'm sure New York too has an underground city, and ancient one too.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on, but
I mean, Seattle has one too. They got underground shit too. You know, LA does. You know.
Yeah. Something's been hidden from us to give us more species amnesia. What it is, either we have really bad species amnesia, or either we're really bad at forgetting things, or it's easy to brainwash us and make them forget.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's between that. And that's why everything seems so weird now, because everyone's starting to find all this stuff out. And it's like, when did this happen? Why weren't we told about this? How did this happen? How did someone find out about this? Like, I remember, dude. Do you guys remember when you were kids, like, you would see these books like Mysteries of the Unknown in Time Life books and all that?
Yeah.
And they had like this person, right? And this person didn't have a head and they were a chest, but they had arms and legs and everything, but their eyes and their nose and their mouth was here.
Yeah.
You guys remember seeing that as kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I remember seeing that stuff as a kid, and I'm like, I forgot about it. And then someone on Facebook, it was like some kind of Nephilim thing or alien thing, and they were like, look at this stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, I recognize that thing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's completely weird and odd, though.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna put these back.
No, I mean, I like that kind of weird shit too. You know,
Well,
because there's a lot of things we're not being told. We all know that. You know.
oh yeah.
Oh, Mick, I figured out as long as the weather holds up nice, it's nice outside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you what I'm cooking. This is why AI is great for making recipes, especially like old world shit, right? Especially making alpha safe, right? No cream chicken, paprika.
Paprikash.
Paprikash, yeah, right there, with a smoked baked potato, right there.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Instead of just like boiled potatoes, right? I'm gonna have baked potatoes that's smoked. You know, just stuff. But I'm telling you, fucking AI, it has its good things for that. It does.
Yeah, you're saying.
So, I mean, it can. I mean, because it pulls a lot faster than what we can look up recipes right there. You know, like instant. You know, if you say, okay, take this out, add this, right? It automatically adjusts it for you right there. Just the
Yeah, the weird stuff keeps me interested in things.
Sure.
Because it's like, it's something to study and learn about that it may be useless information, but then again, it may not be.
Well,
it may explain why some things are going the way they are.
That's why me and Little Tate love the Y-Files, because they cover all that shit too, not just like aliens, but shit like that too. You know, Tartaria, all that bullshit. You know,
like I never heard of Tartaria until 2018, dude.
Yep. Yep.
And then I found it on Now You See TV,
Yep.
which they're still around. And they had like they had like these two back-to-back ones about Tartaria, and then mud floods in Tartaria, and they talked about a weapon called a fasci that was like this noise weapon that would send kind of noise waves that would make the ground like turn into like quicksand or like flood like a mud. It was really weird. If I could find that episode, I'll send it to you guys. I don't know if they still have it, but this was from 29, like when I got to the Abraham Lincoln, I think it had just come out, or I wanted to watch it, so I watched it on the boat.
Yep.
When I had internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange history going on.
Well, it's probably the real history, not the shit that we've been told. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's strange to us because we don't know what's real, and we're not told it.
We're told we was one thing, and then a lot of this shit comes out, especially archaeology, right? Further they dig down, the more they find too. You know, just like the fucking Vikings. You know, was here long before Christopher Columbus ever was here, and I guarantee the Vikings weren't the first ones either.
Nope.
No, dude. There's a story that Solomon had mines in Michigan.
Yeah, and there was also some priest from England, right? You know, fucking coming over. You know, monks or whatever, right? They was back in the day. I think they were monks, right? And a fucking
what AD time or BC time?
Before the Vikings. This is BC, before the Vikings.
Okay.
You know, coming over, you know, their leather fucking boat and all that shit, right? You know, but no one can really find proof that they hit North America like the Vikings. Their shit's all there. The proof's there, right?
Oh yeah, they got rune stones and everything in certain places, right?
Well, and the huts and all that bullshit, and Newfoundland and all that, and Michigan and all that shit, right?
What's even crazier is if you look on the West Coast, the Spaniards and other people were out there, and there's a lot of strange stuff out there. And you know, there's that whole thing about the Grand Canyon. Like, I think it's in those books. I haven't read it yet.
No, it's in the books. It's in the books. And a lot of documentaries have talked about that, right? Because that's why that's a no-fly zone right there. Even if you're rafting down the river, you better just raft down that river and pass that certain point. Because you get on land, guess what? You're going to have helicopters circling your ass. You're going
I remember, dude. I was stationed in D.C. around 2017, and I got on YouTube, and there's this video of like these pictures of giants, modern day, in Grand Canyon. Like people were taking pictures of people living out there in the Grand Canyon where no one's allowed to go. I was like, is this real? You know, and this is way before AI and all the other stuff came out. And it was weird to see that because it's like, I've never been told anything about that. You know, or like, you know, the guy that found all the Egyptian stuff in the Grand Canyon, and then, you know, just weird stuff. Like, and that's why they're like, that's the old Africa, or that's the old world.
Well, but it's not that, but all the fucking up and down the Mississippi, right? All the fucking pyramids up and down there from fucking Louisiana and the Gulf, because there's one out in Louisiana right outside in the Gulf there. That's underwater.
Is it a step pyramid, or is it like the ones in Egypt?
It's a step pyramid right there. But they date back older than the fucking pyramids in Egypt. They're older than that. And that's where that comes from, why people thinking, hey, America is the old world right there. You know,
it's really weird.
I mean, it's hard to prove that it is, right? That is hard to prove. You know,
I mean, I'm willing to listen to it and be like, okay, well, let's see what this theory is, or what's the proof, what's the evidence going against it, and stuff like that.
Well, you know, they've already proven that the pyramids in Egypt was a power plant. That's already been proven with the marks on the wall from hydrogen and all that shit, right? You know, and that used to have water underneath of it too. You got to have water to create electricity. You know,
villain.
Well, it still does. Dude, it's built on a giant aquifer.
Bad.
There still is water underneath it. It's built on a giant aquifer.
Yep.
It makes me, when you said like the pyramids are like power plants, it made me think of Revenge of the Fallen from Transformers.
Yeah.
in the beginning of the movie where they're at the pyramid and all the Decepticons are there and all that crap.
Well, there's one. They got this one one pyramid in Africa called the Black fucking Pyramid, right? It's underground. It's in the mountain. And that's been fucking. You can't even look up on Google Map. There's nothing there.
The Black Pyramid?
It's run by our government right there. It's a secret military fucking site that they want people to know. There's been hikers go out there and try to find it, right? Guess what? They never come back, too.
Is it like that secret military base site that they have in Mission Impossible in the last movie?
Kind of like that. Yes, kind of like that.
Where they, like in that movie, they go to that place and it's in Africa, and it like stores a bunch of seeds and information in case a cataclysm happens, right? And that's where they make the 5D thing to trap that AI.
Well, we already know that the fucking the seed vaults in fucking Iceland. That we already know, or Greenland. I think it's Iceland. And it's not bad, but it's not bad at all. But I'm sure we got seed vaults here too, somewhere. It's got to be where it's cold. Yeah, it's got to be where it's cold. Alaska's fucking cold. Somebody. Yeah, they just come out and just tell us what the fuck it is instead of keeping it a secret. Fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's like the government keeps aliens a secret from us because they think we couldn't handle it. Just fuck. Okay, if people can't handle it, that's all them. Yep.
Well, it's okay. What's going to happen is the context is going to make everyone think one way when it's really the other way. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a great big lie, but there's going to be a lot of context supporting that lie. There's going to be
if we're actually working with the aliens, right? Some of the bases right there, right? Just have the aliens come into Congress on TV during the hearing. Hey. I mean, who wouldn't want to, see a sexy alien chick? Who wouldn't want that? Come on now.
I don't think that's what you're going to see, bud.
Yeah, you never know. You never know because we've never seen one. So, because aliens, they have to reproduce, so they got men and women too. So,
I don't think they're aliens. They're not aliens.
Well, they ain't the other thing either.
You can call them aliens because that's what they want to be called, but that's not what they truly are.
Well, that's your opinion, and other people think they're aliens right there.
I know, and I'm allowed to disagree, and I'll disagree all day. Yeah. I don't think that I used to think I was convinced at one point that the ancient alien theory was true. At one point, I was like, man, this is really convincing. And then I started to think about it. I was like, why are they all one way? They show up in all these different places looking the same, whether you go to Mexico, whether you go to Africa, whether you go to Persia, whether you go to Babylon, they're all the same thing, saying the same stuff and teaching people how to do stuff that's always damaging. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. And I think, part of them, like people think they're the Apkallu, which could be the Anunnaki.
Which we were slaves to Anunnaki for the gold.
Yeah.
But aliens, they got male and female too. So, because there's witnesses out there that say that too, especially like out in the Area 51 area, desert, right? The weather stations, right? Out there in that area.
Mm-hmm.
You see those little Tic Tacs, right? Guess what? This one guy said, yes, they have the ships, and guess what? Lockheed Martin's making them fucking ships too. Because he came across this white fucking, this tall fucking, called the white, right? He's part of the white race, right? Tall female, right? This tall female and a little kid and a big male, right? They call the female the teacher, right? But the government chose this guy for them to study, for the aliens to study him, right there. And that's been documented too in the Air Force archives. I didn't know about it until Y-Files covered it. I looked it up. Yeah, the guy he did a lot of it. He wrote a book about it, everything. Too.
Well, it's like the Valiant Thor guy. And then Valiant Thor was, I forget where he's from, supposedly, like Venus or Mercury. And his wife came with him. And they were on the White House and all that other crap. And they apparently this guy was around. He had no fingerprints apparently in the 60s and the 70s. And the guy who talked about it was that Philip Schneider, the guy that talked about the Dulce Wars underneath the ground, fighting the aliens and all that crap.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of shit out there. Like we don't know for sure if aliens and other races can survive on other planets. We don't know for sure because we can't go there. Because we don't have that technology to go there. That far into the solar system. But they think they understand what the different atmospheres are, but it's just a guess right now.
It is.
Until we can set fucking real boots on that planet, on those planets, it's a hypothetical guess right there.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people even the Mars bullshit, because they've said up there in Canada, right, there's one area, it's red like that too. A lot of people's even question that shit. I mean, I don't know the thing like the Mars rover and all that shit, right? But the only thing I know is we've got NASA lying to us multiple times, right there. I mean, that's why a lot of people don't trust NASA or what they say.
Yeah, I mean, well,
and in their logo is a fucking snake in the logo too. I mean, if NASA wouldn't just lie to people or try to doctor shit up, then people would probably trust them.
Well, people did for a long time.
Huh?
People did for a long time.
Yeah. But it's when people start questioning shit. That's when they start distrusting NASA. But
yeah, regrettably, there's absolutely no proof for a lot of the stuff that we can access. Even if there is proof,
nope,
we don't get to look at it.
Nope.
That's the problem. Is they're telling you guys shit, and you're believing them, but they're lying.
Yeah.
They're playing. I'm telling you right now, Chad. They're playing this close to the chest because this is going to change the way everyone looks at the world. When this crap finally happens, and it's probably going to happen very soon, it's going to throw a lot of people off, and it's going to be a lie, and it's going to be from the context. It's going to be the context. The information is going to be pretty pristine. Like, there's two ways to look at it, really. There's no other way to look at it. There's only too much ways to look at it. And the reason there's only two ways to look at it is because the third version is bankrupt now, and no one believes in it anymore because they can't prove anything with it. And these people get destroyed in debates all the time because they can't prove it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't prove evolution. They can't.
Well,
they can't prove that something changed into something else because they know that DNA is a written pattern. It has to be changed by someone that knows how to do that stuff. It doesn't happen by accident. And that's why evolution is false, because it can't happen by an accident. Something made it happen.
We've already had this debate. No side, Rocky. Both sides cannot fucking have actual proof. None of them do. That's the problem. It's what people believe right there. That's people's belief.
Well, I mean, like, are you saying like physical proof, like they found Sodom and Gomorrah, like it was destroyed? They found Mount Sinai. They found the place where Moses hid his staff on Mount Sinai. Ain't that rock water poured out. They found
think
the
they did.
shipwreck anchors from Paul's shipwreck in Malta from Acts. They've found all kinds of things all the
But
time.
Rocky, they think they do. They think right there. Just like Noah's Ark. They think they found that. But they don't know for sure either, Rocky.
Well, it's not the one in Turkey, dude. That's not
But
the
I'm
one.
saying it's still a fucking guess right there. It's all a fucking big guess right there. People can believe that they want to. That's fine, Rocky. But both sides can't really definitively prove anything because we don't know what the fuck they're looking at. Archaeologists looking at right there. You know.
Well, I would say that archaeology right now is bankrupt in itself too, because they're too afraid to tell the truth because of money, because of popularity, because of funding. They're too afraid to actually tell you what's actually going on, what happened at Göbekli Tepe, and what's the other place that's older than Göbekli Tepe? It's in Turkey too. I can't remember what it's called. It's Göbekli something.
There's one older than that. There's one older than fucking that they have just found a few years ago too.
You know, did you talk to Mom?
So, and
what did she say?
She said she doesn't care. Just ask you.
Go ahead. Make sure that you take care of the chores and all that stuff too, and have Kara covered down for you. Okay.
But it's all about what if people want to believe it, let them believe it. You know.
The thing is, it's like, I'm strong in my beliefs and you're strong in your beliefs. I'm not going to cave into your beliefs.
And I'm not going to cave in. And I'm not going to cave into yours either. We've already had a discussion. We're not rehashing this discussion.
I know, because you'll lose. But
no,
say it like even Drago.
Huh?
You will lose.
I can't. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. People, the only reason people don't want to believe a certain thing is because they don't want to change their lifestyle.
No one has to change anything, Rocky. Okay, fine.
I'm not taking a fight. I'm just saying, I look at things and I evaluate it and I look at the way I used to act and the way I used to think and the way I used to do. And I would justify doing something wrong because I didn't want to think it was wrong. I didn't want to think it was true or something like that. I would lie to myself. And sometimes people lie to themselves because they don't like the ugly truth about things. That's not picking a fight. That's just the way human nature is. People don't like being uncomfortable in their own skin. So because people don't like being uncomfortable in their own skin, they will justify and do mental gymnastics and all kinds of other stuff to justify that crap. I mean, if you watch the channels and you watch people on interviews trying to justify all the stupid crap they do, it's all mental gymnastics because they don't want to change their frame of mind because they don't believe. They don't want to believe.
But you don't need fucking faith. You don't need faith in your fucking life to be a good person either. You do not.
That's what I'm talking about, Jay.
No, that's what you're getting to and all that bullshit.
No, nobody's good. There's nobody good. Nobody's good, dude.
And I can prove that because there's a pastor that just got fucking kicked out of the fucking associate where the fucking is here in Missouri for working for Epstein too. So nobody in fucking religion is fucking good. My book right there. Nobody is. They're all fucking hypocrites.
Jay, you're not saying anything different. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm telling you the same thing. Nobody's good. No, not one.
Yeah.
That means we all fall short of missing the mark. Now, how you take
see the shirt
that?
I was wearing today?
No.
Disappointments, all of you.
What is that? Oh, I can see it now.
Yeah, it's a picture of Jesus, and the thing, and then the shirt says "Disappointments, all of you."
You know what one I think is funny? It's the one that they got like Matthew McConaughey and he's smoking a cigarette and he's like flooded again. I think it's a meme. I don't think it's a shirt, but it makes me laugh.
Flooded,
you know what
again.
I mean? Flooded again. Just like it's so mad and chaotic. But,
Barbara goes, "What's up, new fellas?"
There's all cool. I didn't know that we had people. Man, my stuff's not showing up on this.
People that fucking Airbnb across the fucking road. The motherfucker better be quiet tonight across the fucking road, so all of us say.
What happened?
I've got Airbnb right across the road from me, right?
Well.
Yeah, bad. All I'm hearing is fucking rap music right now, too. So,
Great.
Sorry.
so that's what I'm saying. Motherfucker better be fucking quiet. Cause if I gotta have it, cause I have a TV up turned up to fucking 40 while I'm watching movies, right?
Mhm.
Or watching a show. If I can hear that shit over that, guess what? That's a fucking problem.
No.
You know, guess what? I'll just fucking turn my boom box on. I'll open the windows up and I'll play some David Allen Cole for the motherfuckers.
That'll do it. I think we all know which songs we're talking about.
Yep.
I remember you used to play that stuff on the Fife, dude.
Yeah, even the black guys didn't mind it. So, or if they did, they just tolerated it. They didn't say a word. So,
Well, they're playing anti-whitey rap all the time. We didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this sucks.
That reminds me that I was watching this fucking one reel today. Fucking it was Jay and Silent Bob, and two guys gay guys they thought was gay who worked at the convenience store, right?
Yeah.
The guy was working at a restaurant, right? And one of them said, porch monkey, right? And
Yeah.
this black lady fucking berserk.
Hey, excuse me?
He's like, what's wrong with this monkey? It's from Jay and Silent Bob, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, my grandmother used to call me a porch monkey because I'd sit on my porch and stare at the neighbors. It wasn't a racist thing.
Yeah. And he said, when it become racist? He said, well, it is. He said, no, porch monkey's not racist. If you say the N-word, he said, that's racist.
But what's wrong with porch monkey? Porch monkey's a racial slur. No, it is not. Coon, spook, spade, jigaboo, knick-knock, those are racial slurs. Porch monkey is not.
That's like River got in trouble at school one day because he called a black kid a monkey. Because I asked River, I said, okay, River. I said, why did you call him a monkey? He said, well, Dad, he was making monkey noises. I said, I actually like a monkey. He said, yeah. He was doing that stuff. And I'm like, okay. I asked I told the principal, I said, now, was he making no monkey noises? They said, yes. I said, so River, that's not being racist right there. If you're going to act like that, just like if it's like, no, if someone's acting like an idiot, guess what? People will call him an idiot. Which I knew the fucking kid, because I coached that kid at soccer too. Kid was like a class clown.
Yeah, one time in middle school when Nicholas was either middle school or like ninth grade, something like that. Oh, he likes South Park a lot, right? And you know how Cartman's always giving Kyle crap?
About being a fucking Jew.
So Nick and his buddies were talking trash like boys do, and they're right by the office, and they overheard Nick saying, "Shut up, you fucking Jew."
Yep.
And we got the phone call, and I had to do my best to keep from laughing because the second the teacher said it, or the vice principal said what he said, I knew exactly where it come from. I knew it was a South Park thing.
Yeah. I mean, you call someone a Jew, that's not being racist. If they're Jewish, they're a fucking Jew.
But it didn't even matter because he was just parroting shit from South Park, and so was his friend. And I'm like, I get it. I can't be saying stuff like that in school. I understand, but you got to understand also it's a South Park thing. The boys love South Park. They don't mean nothing by it,
But there's nothing wrong with calling people a Jew if they truly are a Jew.
That's true. That's fair. Still, that was pretty funny. I had to keep myself from laughing because the situation itself was just hilarious.
Well, and then the other guy's dad, kid's dad was there too. He goes, well, if he was making monkey noises, guess what? Then you'd call him a monkey. He's making monkey noises.
Yeah.
That seems like a completely stupid incident that was blown out of proportion, dude.
It was because it's just like fucking bullying, right? You're never gonna stop it. You're never gonna make fun. You're always gonna have kids make fun of one another. That's gonna happen. That's fucking life, right? That's human nature.
That's where they learn how to take it.
But they're like, no. I said, no. Like one time, River got kicked out of school. She got suspended because he beat this kid up because the kid hit him first. I said, I'm gonna tell you right now. I said, that other kid better be fucking suspended too, since he started it. River fucking finished it. I said, if he finishes, I'm fine. I said, I'm gonna take him out for fucking ice cream. I did too. I said that. I picked him up. I said, my boy can go to A&W.
Yep.
Yep. And that principal was, what? I said, You forget, I ain't like it. I said, I'm an older parent. I said, I'm older than you. I said, I ain't one of these young fucking parents right here. I said, no. I said, I've always taught him, you take care, you defend yourself, you defend others. You do that, guess what? You're going to get rewarded. Plain and simple.
No. Can't be no pushover, man.
Nope. And I told him, I said, I ain't raising a fucking pussy, too.
No.
I did tell him that, too, just like that.
And you can let let shit slide off your back, and you can say, yeah, whatever, shut up. You can do a lot, but like there reaches a certain point.
But once they lay hands on you,
you got to push back at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I mean, even if they didn't hit you, if they push you, you push them right back.
Yeah.
You'll
level up proportionally. Yeah.
Yeah. But I always told everybody, I said, do not fucking start the shit right there. You start it, then that's going to be a different conversation between him and I. I said, you don't want that. He said, no, I don't want that conversation. I said, exactly.
Yeah, you don't start it.
Yeah, I always tell my kids, hey, you know what? If they try to hurt you, hurt them back.
Yep.
Hurt them worse than they hurt you. Make them regret doing anything wrong to you.
Yep.
And make sure other people see it. So if they want to try and do something, they know how vicious you are, and they don't know how vicious you can be. But if you're already that vicious, you might be a lot more vicious than that.
Yep, tend to get left alone after the second or third fight, I found out.
But you gotta be still quiet, because what I found out during school, right? The loudmouths, those was not the ones you need to watch out for right there.
Nope.
Was not them. It was that quiet kid that get picked on. Guess what? When he blows, he gonna blow big.
Mm-hmm. I remember, dude, I had a dude that was picking on me, and he was flicking my ears, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was in junior high. And I said, don't do that again. So I got off the bus, and I grabbed his ear and went like this. I grabbed him, and I pulled him down, and I made him hit his head on the curb.
Yeah.
Nice.
In front of everyone in school.
Yeah.
At the school, at our bus stop.
Yeah.
I can be a nice guy, but I can be a very mean person too.
Like Wyatt Earp Tombstone, That's it, Junior. Out you go.
Yep.
Right by the ear.
I mean, and I don't like to think like that, but sometimes I have to. You know what I mean? Some things you have to fight for.
Yep.
Well, I don't think many people actually enjoy it.
No, no one does.
Why fight when you can be cool and have fun? That's a no-brainer.
That's all I ever
have fun.
do is
especially nowadays, right? Guess what? Even if you're in the right to defend yourself or defending someone else, right?
No.
Guess what? You can get sued, or you can still go to jail too. Same time.
You know what I do when I go out, especially like when I go to the gym? I just look at my phone when I'm doing a workout. So no one can say I was staring at them or doing anything, right? I'm so locked into what I'm watching or listening to, I don't notice the other people.
Nope. Earbuds are in, max volume, hat is fucking dropped down low, and I just do my work.
Look, I got, speaking of that, right? This is before I was still working, I was going at the Y. These fucking young girls, ain't even the fucking girl that's my age, right? Come in dressed like sluts, right? Revealed everything, right? I looked at this one girl. I just looked at her. She said, "What? What are you looking at?" I'm like, "If you're gonna show some fucking ass and show some titties, I'm looking. Play this up." I said, "I'm not gonna shy away from that." I said, "You can fucking do with everything, blah blah blah, videotape. I don't give a fuck." So I'm gonna tell you right now. I said, "Your daddy would be fucking disappointed in your ass the way you're dressed. If he's not, he should be.
She probably don't have one.
No, she had a daddy. I knew her daddy.
Okay.
Small town.
Did you tell the dad, like, you got to fix this girl?
He goes, well, he said, she's on her own because she was over 18.
Oh, well, yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah. He said, well, that's up to her. She wants to dress like a slut. Let her dress like that. So.
Did he say, I don't have to recognize the grandchild as mine?
Nope. And the thing is, I've given my kids that speech too.
Yeah. I mean,
I told my kids that too. I said, you do something like that, I'll love you, but you're going to be gone. from me. I'm going to be gone because I'm just going to get mad. I'm going to get mad.
I'm not raising my grandkids. Fuck no. Like they say, you can either raise your kids or you can raise your grandkids. Your choice.
Well, that's like I told River too, because he's getting old enough. He's like, Dad, he said, when I get in high school, see, if I get a girl knocked up, I said, you're gonna be raising that boy or that kid.
Yeah.
I said, you will be the one. I said, I'll not change no fucking diapers. I'll be the grandpa, but you're gonna be one to take care of all the bullshit right there. So if that ever happens, guess what? I don't care how old you are.
It's on you.
You will step up and do what the fuck you're supposed to do.
You're going to give the kids sugar and say, hey, go home with your dad.
You damn right I'm going. You goddamn right. I'm going to give the kid Mountain Dew right there. Because grandma and grandpa, guess what? They'll feed River. They'd feed him full of sugar, right? When they, if they took him somewhere, right, that I didn't want to go, they took him. He come on to him just all jacked up, fucking full of sugar. Motherfucker. I said, well, I guess you're doing it to me because grandma did to you. Your mom did to you with me, with Brian. So, yep, that's a vicious cycle that never ends right there. But there are, I've seen some fucking kids here in Boonville, right? Like young girls, get knocked up in high school.
Yeah.
Guess what? The girl and the boy, guess what? They did what they stepped up and did what they're supposed to do right there. They might not get married, but at least they took care of that kid together.
Well, my senior year of high school, only one gal graduated pregnant. She graduated about 3 months pregnant, couldn't really much tell.
Yep.
And then like 3 months after we graduated, she went and married the guy.
Yeah.
They were going to get married anyway, but they just kind of jumped the gun a bit. You know what I mean? But they already figured they were getting married anyhow. But that was it. That was the only pregnancy we ever had.
I was like, shit, there was a girl, I went to 8th grade, got pregnant in 8th grade, had a kid in freshman year.
Oh, fuck, that's dirty.
But she actually looked like she was 18. She did.
Was the father grown or another kid?
The father, no, he was 18. But her parents, her parents did not give a fuck. And his parents didn't care, right?
Oh, okay.
They did not care.
Nobody cares then. Yeah, okay. If there's no one to press charges, then
but they got married, still married to this day too. So
hey, I told you about my buddy whose grandparents got married at 13 and 19.
Yeah.
They stayed married forever. Whatever.
Shit. My grandma, my daddy wife, guess what? She was 15 when they got married. Right when she was turning 16, right? Almost 16.
Yep.
And her grandpa was married for 50-some years before she died.
Yeah,
so
totally normal.
But like,
it's just you see it so rarely these days that when it does happen, you're like, wow.
Well, it's like River goes, he said, Dad, do I have to be married and have kids? I said, no, but you better be in that child's life, so I'm going to tell you right now. Oh. I said, I was never married to your mom, but I've been into your life since day one. He said, yeah. I said, I've already showed you what you can do, how you can do it. I said, I've already laid that footprint out for you to follow right there.
But once the kid comes out, the dad's a more important party.
Yep.
Moms don't keep boys out of jail cells. Dads do. That's a fact.
Yep.
Statistics prove it.
And River goes, Dad, he said, if I ever get arrested, what are you going to do? I said, I ain't bailing you out. I said, I ain't going to bail your ass out. You're going to go in front of the judge. You're going to have to take your lumps right there. You're going to have to. He said, you wouldn't bail me out? I said, nope. Yep. I said, now if you got in the fight and you defend yourself or someone else, I said, that's a different story. But if you get caught fucking drinking and driving or doing something stupid that's stupid, you will sit there in that jail cell.
Stealing,
Yes.
You ain't ought to be doing,
Now, the one way I would bail him out if he got in a fight and he was defending himself or someone else, right?
Yeah, well, that's a different story.
That's a different story right there.
Yeah. But all that other fuckery, you can sit for the weekend.
Yep.
You can give you a long time to think.
Yep. Because there's kids here, and I see their parents bail them out and everything, so they think they're entitled, that they're always gonna get out of it.
Yeah, once they get that.
And then when they grow up, guess what? Their parents ain't doing it no more.
Nope.
You know?
They get all pissed off.
Yeah. I don't like entitled fucking kids. You know, if you fuck up, take your lumps, move on.
Well,
You know.
all right, boys. I'm gonna bail here. About time to get my weekend started here.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, guys. I will see you on Sunday.
I'm about ready to
Later.
bail too because I got to do some shit too. So
I was going to
Cool.
ask you, Jay, did you find out anything else more about the mud floods and all that stuff?
I got that book on Tartara. I just haven't. I got that book.
Has the Y
Why-
Files talked about it?
Oh yeah. But
What did they say?
I don't remember exactly what the sense bill was. I'll see that episode, but I got that book on Tartara and all has talks about that shit, right? I just haven't read it yet.
Which one is that one?
Oh fuck! I don't even know what
Is
it's
it is it like a big book?
Yeah, that's a big book.
I think I might have that one by a guy named James Lee or something.
I don't remember. I had to find it. Be right back.
Okay. You all right, baby? You didn't do anything wrong.
I slammed the door.
No, you didn't slam it, baby. All right.
Yeah, I need to get that book on tape. So I needed.
Which one is it?
I need to find that. I need to find that book on tape. So that way I can just listen to it. Don't even have to fucking read it.
Oh, the one about Tartaria?
Yeah. You know. So I mean, I don't like a lot of that shit. I don't like reading about it. I like listening about it. Because I'll retain more if I listen to it. Put it that way.
Dude, I have to read it. I've tried listening and it's okay, but it's not the same as reading for me. I don't know. I have to like see it and then do it that way.
Well, everybody's different though, right?
Yeah.
See, one of the things I used to do taking tests right in high school, studying for tests, especially science. Guess what? I would read the notes in there, right? Into a tape recorder. Then when I slept, I'd play that and I'd go to sleep with that right there.
Oh, with your Walkman?
Yeah. And that worked for me. It didn't work for everybody, but it worked for me. You know,
That's good.
I just don't like reading a whole lot. I don't.
That would mean you're like an auditory learner.
Yep.
Like I remember, like I had to take when I went to become an investigator in the Navy, dude.
Yep.
They had me read this book called Instant Rapport, and it talked about how to communicate with people. And there were certain people they learned by watching, certain people learned by hearing, and there's people that learn by doing and watching. And I'm like kind of like the guy that has to watch and do.
Well, I'm the same way. Visual and fucking not visual, but actually seeing it being done, not reading from a book. And then listening to it, right? It's like history. I was always interested. Guess what? I never had to study for a test because I paid attention in class. That way.
Mhm.
But when it came to science, sometimes that shit was so dry, you couldn't just pay attention all the time. Especially when you got a fucking biology teacher that fucking hot as hell. Too.
Okay.
And she was too. But she was in her fucking mid-30s at that time, right?
Yeah.
And she never did anything with students, but us boys, we wish she would have. So, then the funny thing is,
now you have a rash of that crap happening now.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, she started working at the power plant after I got hired on there, right? And she was in her 50s at that time. She still looked fucking good. I was like, damn.
Was she white?
Yeah, she was white. Yeah,
Like blonde hair, blue eyes. What?
brown curly hair.
Okay.
And a lot of people thought me and her had a thing because she married me from high school and all that. She goes, "You married me?" I said, "Oh hell yeah, dude." Yeah, but she would always want to talk to me like on the fire rescue team, right? Versus anyone else. I was like, no. I said, I ain't gonna fuck her. I said, because she's still married and she's married to the game board too of the all that area. I said, that's one motherfucker you don't want to piss off.
Oh yeah, you can't go hunting if you don't do that, right? Can't go hunting or fishing.
Well, you can go hunting, but guess what? You better be fucking up and up. You better not be doing no shady bullshit right there. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
You know. But if she wasn't married, oh, I would have fucking definitely went after her after being an adult. Fuck yeah. You know.
I think most guys would, you know. That's just how guys are.
Yeah. But like River, he can't remember. He can remember some things from reading a book, but if he listens to it right, he remembers more of it.
He's an auditory learner, then, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's got to be hard because of the vertigo thing, though.
For me, it's not.
No, so you can hear fine. It's just the balance thing is just all out of
whack. No,
I
can't have it up too loud. Can't have it up too loud.
Oh.
Now, if it's up too loud, then yeah, that'll sit back and set it off. But it's not up too loud.
Like, can you wear like AirPods or like headphones?
I don't, because I have it on the phone, because I got Kindle on the phone and all that bullshit. And certain books on Kindle will actually talk,
Yeah, I know.
So I just put it on speakerphone, like that.
I think you could get something from Amazon. It's called Audible, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think a lot of the books are going that way, but some of them take a while to get there.
Oh yeah.
Like I always get those deal offers for like Audible, but I just don't do it because I'd rather just read.
Yeah. Which I mean, I retain more just by listening to it, even if it's in the background on TV or
I want to look something up real quick because there's a book I want you to read if you'll read it. But if you can I wonder if it's on Audible.
Because it's like if I'm outside doing something right, I can play that versus having to sit down. I can do other things at the same time. Right.
Yeah. So this is what I was going to show you right here, bro. This is a book that you got to read this book if you ever feel up to it, because it is on Audible. It is, and it's with Amazon Prime, I guess, or a trial membership. It's $0. I'm going to share it with you.
Listen, I already got the Audible bullshit for Amazon. That I already did. Yeah.
The Genesis 6 conspiracy. There's a second one. I don't know if it's on Audible, but it's a really long book, bro. It's like 800, 900 pages. And I'm going through it. I've read this book already, but I'm going through it again slowly. It's pretty freaking interesting, dude. It's crazy, right? But the second book, I bought the second book, but I haven't listened to it because I'm reading like 3 or 4 different books right now. I'm stopping sharing, but like if it's on Audible,
don't share it. Don't stop sharing it yet. Bring that back up. I was reading the description of it.
Oh, dude, this book will blow your mind.
Yeah.
All the evidence, documentation, dude. And then there's a second one. Let me click on the second one. So the first one looks like that.
I'm not done reading. I'll try to get through the thing here. Okay, see. Okay. Okay, now go to the second one. Got it. I got the gist of it now.
It's pretty intense. I'll just tell you that way.
Yeah.
So this is the second one, and this one came out. When did it come out? The book came out like 2024. So it was a 10-year gap. And this one.
Well, most books, they're going to have a 5-year, 10-year gap because they can't just write those books back to back to back, right?
Well, he's writing a third one. There's going to be a third one.
Yeah. But I'm saying he don't have enough. He had enough stuff for one book, but he had to go back and do try to research as much as possible, like any author does, right?
Well, like in the first book, he tells you about all kinds of things, right? Like the 2 Enochs and how they are involved in the masonry and all this other stuff, right? And magic and science and all that stuff. And this one, I'm not sure what it talks about, but it's like a sequel that will add more questions. It will answer some of the questions from the first book. And I only heard about this guy because of Now You See TV. And once I found the book, I was like, I got to get this book. and I couldn't put it down, dude. That was like the first book I read on deployment when we left, and I finished it like 2 or 3 days after we started going underway. And then I read like the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, Jasher, the Seder Olam, Fourth Ezra, all kinds of books, right? And it was great. I loved it because I could just lay in my bed and look at my phone because I had a phone that had Kindle, right? We didn't get no internet, but I still had Kindle because everything was downloaded. And I had my other Kindle there, but it was like, it was so heavy, dude. I'd fall asleep and it hit the bridge of my nose and like hurt like shit, hurt like hell. But anyways, I know you got to go, bro. So I'll let
good.
you go. I'm trying to think like another Audible book that would be cool for you to listen to that I would think you'd probably like, or if you listen to it, you might be able to. I don't know. I don't have any other books but those two right now. Those are the only two I can think of. Am I still sharing?
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
All right, I'll let you go, dude.
All right, but I gotta stop the live stream first.
Oh, I know.
Like and subscribe, people. This is short.